the strangest thing someone's ever asked you to do? I was doing my usual deadlifts when these two girls approached me at Gold's gym, one of them visibly pregnant. We need you to be my boyfriend, the pregnant one blurted out, then quickly added, and my baby's father, just for today. At my baby shower. We'll give you $500 for it. I nearly dropped the 405 pounds I was holding. Here's the thing about being 6 feet 4 inches and 240 pounds of muscle. Everyone assumes you're this tough, intimidating guy. But I was the kid who cried during Toy Story 3. Still, when she explained that her ex had threatened to reclaim what's his at the baby shower, and the cops said they couldn't do anything unless he caused actual harm, my mom's voice echoed in my head, you're big for a reason, son. Protect those who can't protect themselves. The baby shower was in 3 hours. She said she'd pay for my Uber and feed me. Against every logical thought screaming in my head, I heard myself saying yes. I'm Tony, by the way, I said. She smiled. I'm Giselle. Nice to meet you, Tony. As we drove to the venue, Giselle coached me on our fake relationship story. We met at a coffee shop 6 months ago, she instructed, her hands nervously rubbing her belly. Her friend chimed in from the front seat. Her ex's name is Chad. He's about 5 feet 10. He used to abuse Giselle on a daily basis and only stopped when she threatened to go to the police. He always wears a backwards cap like he's still in high school. He's been texting her that he's coming to set things straight and that no restraining order will keep him from his kid. Giselle showed me photos on her phone, ultrasounds, a nursery she'd painted mint green, and then screenshots of Chad's messages that made me angry. I just need him to see I've moved on, she said quietly, that I have someone who actually wants this baby. She even gave me a shirt that said, Daddy loading, 90% complete, and taught me that the baby was a girl, due in 6 weeks, and we'd supposedly named her Lily. Oh, and you tear up whenever someone mentions her tiny fingers, Giselle added. That's your thing. You're a gentle giant who can't wait to have tea parties. The venue was her aunt's backyard, decorated with pink balloons and a banner reading, Baby coming soon. About 30 people were already there, mostly middle-aged women who immediately swarmed us. I was making up stories about feeling Lily kick during action movies, and how I'd already baby-proofed my entire apartment when Chad arrived. He strutted through the back gate with this unsettling smile, and made a beeline for Giselle. I felt her whole body tense up beside me. Without even thinking, I stepped between them. Hey babe, I said loudly to Giselle, wrapping my arm around her shoulders. I could feel her shaking. You need anything? Water? Somewhere to sit? Chad stopped dead, his eyes traveling up and up and up to meet mine. I watched his confidence drain from his face like water, as he saw how much bigger I was than him, and suddenly he didn't want to reclaim what's his anymore. He retreated to a corner, but kept watching us like a hawk. The rest of the shower became this bizarre performance where I had to be the doting boyfriend while my skin crawled, knowing Chad was always there, always watching. During the gift opening, I held Giselle's hand and felt how sweaty her palm was. When she got emotional over a handmade blanket, I pulled her close and kissed her forehead. She melted into me, whispering, thank you, so quietly only I could hear. Chad inched closer. I could see his face getting redder. When Giselle's aunt asked me to feel the baby kick, I placed my hand on Giselle's stomach and felt actual movement. Something shifted in my chest. She's strong, just like her mom, I said, and found myself meaning it. Giselle's eyes got glossy, and she covered my hand with hers. That's when Chad snapped. He stormed right over, shoving past Giselle's mom. This is bullshit, Giselle. You think I'm stupid? This roided up freak isn't Lily's father. I am. His voice cracked with desperation. He reached for Giselle's arm, but I caught his wrist. Let's take a walk, little buddy, I suggested, but my grip suggested it wasn't a request. In the side yard, Chad puffed up his chest and said, you don't scare me, man. That's my kid. He shoved me, or tried to, but what really happened was his hands just bouncing off my chest. I could see the fear flash in his eyes. When I did my return push, barely 10% effort, I sent him flying backward onto the grass. He scrambled up with grass stains on his jeans and tears of humiliation in his eyes, looking at me like I was the Terminator. She's done with you, I said simply, though my own hands were shaking with adrenaline. And if you come near them again, we'll have a different conversation. Chad left without another word, peeling out in his Honda Civic with a modified exhaust that fooled nobody. When I walked back to the party, Giselle ran to me and hugged me so tight I could barely breathe. The whole yard was silent. Then someone started clapping, and suddenly everyone was cheering. My legs felt like jelly. Giselle said, Lily's lucky to have you as her pretend dad for a day. Well, I ended up turning into Lily's real dad, but that's a story for another day.